Language is also like fashion and music and everything. It, like, there's definitely times that things become more popular, or somebody popularizes like our word, a word, and it gets legs, right? It gets, somebody just decides that, oh, that sounds great. Somebody famous, or it's an influencer, or like some of these words just end up having like a little bit of like a groundswell, grassroots. Right. And all of a sudden just the kids use it.
And you know what? That's going to be fun. That's a fun one.
Welcome to Girls Gone Gritty.
I'm Farley Boyle.
I'm Darian Boyle.
And I'm Jennifer Borenius.
Collectively, we're two sister-in-laws with our bestie.
We don't just talk, we do it. Day, night, mountain, beach, and city.
Get ready as we bring gratitude and attitude to everything we do.
We jump in head first, unafraid, and we're all in all the time.
We bring it on and get it on each week, diving deep into authentic, unscripted conversations
on just about everything. So
let's get gritty.
Bring it on. Bring it on. Don't wait until tomorrow.
Thank you for tuning in to Girls Gone Gritty. In follow-up to our FOMO conversation, we have decided that there is a totally new language out there that our kids are using, and we're not quite sure that we all understand what lots of the words mean. So if you feel like you don't understand what comes out of your kids' mouths, maybe we can demystify things. Do you understand what's coming out of your kids' mouths? That's what today's about.
And some of the words, I don't know if we could really say on air what they are, but we could go, look it up.
Right.
I kind of think we can. Explain things.
We can explain
well,
things.
to a certain degree.
Yeah.
And
listen, language is something that evolves, and for where we are and where we sit geographically, it could mean one thing. There could be a completely different connotation. So we'll give a little asterisk to today's episode. In no way do we ever want to offend, or if there's a word that we don't know the meaning for, we are educating ourselves as we're educating our viewer. So these are words that have come to us through our children, through some searches, but we just thought it was an interesting evolution of time on some slang. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
I love it. Well, when I grew up, I'm one of 5 kids. Everyone always said my brother Shane speaks Shanese. He had his own, bro, what's up? So, dude, it's so radical. It's da-da-da-da-da. So everyone would be like, oh, my God, Shane's talking Shanese today.
Oh, my God. He totally still does.
Well, I know. I think a lot of us do. But, yes, it's so true. Well, he's an artist.
It's part surfer, too. It's part surf-inspired.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be different slang and different cultural backdrops. For sure.
Yes.
And the funny thing is she has all boys. I have all girls. And
she meaning Jennifer, for those of you that cannot see us.
And Farley Boyle over here on the left with the 3 girls. And then Darian doesn't really have a ton of slang hit in her life at the moment, but she is filled with it on her own. I have 3 daughters, one that's 22, one that is 20, and one that is 18. So it is like an urban dictionary at my house.
And meanwhile, my kids, when I'm asking them what language, they're like, please use none of that, Mom. That is all internet suspect. Like, we don't think that you should even utter one of those things. They won't even use sus. Actually, I can actually tell you exactly what they said to me. They actually said, please, Mom, do not by any circumstances talk about any of those words. Please.
But see, that's a boy, whereas my girls will like look at me and they'll be talking in front of me about everything. And they're like, oh my God, that's so sus. And I'm like, sus, like suspect, so we're going to educate you guys on some funny words. And
which is fun because I'm the one who uses a lot of those words. So some of my friends are like, what are you talking about?
We're all actually like getting live text right now from our kids that are supposed to be in school. And we just talked about like putting your phone down and not being addicted to technology. But when we need a little insight for our podcast, we have no problem texting them and asking them.
For a purpose. This is a beautiful thing.
For a purpose. But when you think about the slang words from back in the day when we grew up, you had, dude, everyone uses dude, where's my car? Chill pill, take a chill pill. I remember my mom, my brother would say something to one of my brothers. They'd be like, Mom, just take a chill pill. Things are gnarly. We had headbanger. You're tripping. What are you tripping? Instead of like, what's wrong with you? I mean, and the list goes on and on.
I use tripping.
I still use tripping.
Because a lot of people are still tripping, I think, too. But I think the interesting thing, too, is like one just came to mind is that there's also some things that people won't understand at all because they don't use things like I can't say I use it all the time, but everybody's like, what's the 411? Like, what's the 411 on that situation? Like, people of today, our kids may not understand 411. You used to be able to call on your phone and get information if you didn't have somebody's phone number. So
Yeah.
we used to use 411, like, give me the info.
And slang used to just make it like a shorter, easier way to speak, right? But now slang is hip and cool. So it's like if you don't use slang, you're kind of out. And if you do use slang and you're our age, you're really out. So like lit at one point was like, yeah, she's lit, or that party's lit, or I'm gonna get lit. Like that's how we knew lit. Like
Yeah.
I got lit last night. But the kids are now taking words that we've used forever and they have their own interpretation of what the word means. So like slay means like, oh, you know, she's hot or whatever. And if I say, oh, she's slay, my kids are like, no, mom, like, no.
Please don't.
So it
Please
can't
don't.
come
It
out of my
hurts. It
mouth.
hurts, Mom. Please.
Like it's dope lit.
I mean,
Yo, it's dope lit.
Yeah,
Because we
dope
used to
lit.
say, oh, that's dope. But now
Yeah.
it's dope lit.
Or that's hot. Like Paris Hilton thinks that she came up with hot. Like hot has been around forever, but like they're so different.
Cheryl Ladd was hot, you know?
Yeah.
You know, or
Fire right now, like we said, like kids will be using fire. Like,
now I like the fuego. I still use fuego. I think fuego is hotter than fire.
well, it's a different language.
I,
So-
It's pretty amazing when you can actually be bilingual in America, because I know I'm not.
but it was like, I think hip hop inspired a lot
Oh,
of this because
1000%.
Totally.
back in the day, I
Yeah.
mean, half the old school hip hop and rap, they'd come out with like the best lyrics and the best words, and you're like, I'm going to use that forever, you know. And then you had the athletes that had their whole kind of line of slang. I know skiing now, it's like send it, chillax, da 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 da, you know, and it's send it is huge.
Rip.
I had had
She
on.
rips.
chillax.
He rips.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't rip his pants. You know, he's ripping on a wave, or he rips on a skateboard.
Off the lip.
Or he didn't rip a
Didn't rip
fart.
one.
Good job, brah. You know, you have
Oh
surf
my
stop,
God.
then you have a full
And then
surf
you have your
language.
kids now, bruh. And I thought that meant like, don't call me bro. I'm not your bro. Well, bruh means like, what the fuck?
Oh my God. So
Oh,
I'm getting my one
WTF.
son live, and we've got the Boyle girls use BFFR, which I just learned what that means. And I sent it to my kids. And it means
I can't wait.
B for effing. We'll keep it PG, real.
Wow.
And my kids sent in this SpongeBob episode with they shouldn't be using this sailor's mouth trash.
SpongeBob, when you really
Oh,
like,
Oh my God, genius.
my one nephew Dylan used to watch it all the time, and one day I was watching, I'm like, wait a minute,
It's
wait.
awesome.
and I start shaking my head. I'm like, oh my God, that has a totally different meaning. Like,
Uh-huh.
whoever came up with that, you know, it's like having a nickname.
Totally.
How, like, what nicknames did you guys have?
oh my God.
Oh my
Well,
God.
you know what? Our generation, like
My husband's Mr. Krabs.
I mean, all of my husband's friends don't have real names. They're all nicknames.
Right.
And my husband's name is Patrick, but when he behaves like a chick, I call him Patricia. When he becomes like, you know, the other word for Richard. So instead of using that other word, I'm like, why are you being such a Richard today? Or Richard, if he's like particularly like fancy and Frenchy Richard. Or if he's like, you know, in a Latina mode, Ricardo. Or
I like that mode.
I've seen all those.
I like that.
I mean,
one.
he really
that one's
is.
kind of fun.
He has the best.
We go back to Spanish being a good thing.
well,
for the Boyle
especially when
house.
he's growing out like a mustache for like November. I'm like, okay, Ricardo, you know, settle down. But-
It's so good.
And
Yeah.
I'm Farley. So I was four-eyed Fartley Ho because I wore glasses. But like Ho, you know, I didn't know what a hoe was when I was a kid. I thought it was a rake, and that's what my dad said, like a long, skinny gardening rake. Well, you know,
Oh, he
but
was
Ho
good.
has-
Your dad was
was-
good. Sticking on his toes.
Ho has withstood the test of time.
HOE or HOO. Well, you
That's
know.
who.
Ho.
Ho, ha.
Ho
Ho,
is
ho,
still-
ho. I like ho,
Ho.
ho, ho.
Ho,
Ho
that's
is still hanging
During the
in there.
holidays, ho, ho, ho is
Yeah.
amazing. We're the three
Dusty-
hoes.
Wait, my favorite. I think like my favorite. card I ever got, Darian, in my life was an Idaho potato that was had lipstick on and blonde hair like hers. And it was her birthday. And it was like this Idaho that looked like Mrs. Potato Head with like a little purse and shoes. And she goes, Idaho. And I opened the card up and it says, no, Idaho.
I remember that.
Like, yes, nicknames make you laugh. Slang makes you crack up, especially if it's relatable. But this generation,
Oh my God.
I don't understand.
All right, let's run through a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Farley has some from her kids. Like I said, my boys pretty much refuse to give me any ammunition here. So I am being relegated to a simple Google search. So one that we agreed was pretty wild use. If you haven't heard it, is sus. So Darian,
You're suspect.
are you sus?
That's sus.
I'm sus for sure.
Are you?
It's sus.
I mean, I think that's a pretty usable term. Hopefully I won't get in any trouble if I choose
I've
to
used sus
use that.
like with my kids just to be funny. And I know I used it like spot on in the right exact way. And they still look at me and they're like, no, mom. I'm
That's
getting
cap.
live stuff
I'm sorry.
right now.
That's cap.
That's cap.
That's cap. That's cap. Another word for lying. It can be used like
Cap.
no cap, or you can stop capping. So stop
cap is
lying.
a
Stop
lie.
capping.
Yeah.
Stop capping.
Cap.
All right, what do you got for?
I've got bruh, which is WTF. I have
Bruh.
BFFR.
So when your
which
kids
is-
saying bruh, they're not saying like bro.
no, they're saying
they're
what,
saying-
what the F.
Yeah. So there you go.
I have BFFR, which is B effing for real.
Which we said
I have bet, which is okay. Okay. BET is okay. Jank is like gross or something like that. Beef, you're having a fight with somebody.
we knew that.
We knew that.
Meanwhile, we have a really very
Right,
good
Seven,
friend
not our
that's-
beef. We love our beef. He's the
Beef
best.
was his nickname. You could read into that if you wanted to.
Bill Bouillon. Beef.
Beef.
Beef bouillon.
Where is the beef?
Fire, that's fire, which has always been crazy good. But like fuego to us meant like we were lit, like we were like on fire on
Yeah.
fuego. Jank and rank, I guess, are like the same thing too, which is gross. Like rank, I associate that with a smell.
Like, yeah,
Rank.
that's
But, like,
rank.
jank and rank are the
Same
same.
thing. Okay.
Dead, laughing really hard. Like I'm dead. I'm
Okay.
dead. So that I hear that often. That is actually like a real word.
I've never heard that one.
LMAO.
Well, of course.
LMFAO.
Yeah.
Laugh my effing ass off.
That's one of the best bands ever that I did see in Vegas, by the way.
Oh, so
Oh, you
fun.
had to bring up Vegas again.
Yeah, well,
I have FOMO. Now I have
I'm
FOMO.
sorry.
Sorry.
Uh,
I wish I could throw
LMFAO.
my suitcase.
LMFAO.
LMAO. Laugh my ass off.
Well, let's talk about that. That's a whole other universe
Salty.
of like internet like texting language where the kids are just using like 3 letters to mean something. Like, I mean, the one that I just saw that came up a couple of times on the searches that I never see anybody use is IYKYK, which is if you know, you know,
If you know, you know.
which I didn't know until right now. So
Oh, good. There'll be an underground because when I send texts, I voice text them, usually when I'm driving or skiing or whatever I'm doing. My friends are like, what does this mean? So they always try to decipher it. So I'm going to just say, oh, it's the slang term. So, I mean,
slang.
didn't you know that?
it wasn't my,
Why
it wasn't
am
my
I-
thumbs.
I mean-
it wasn't my thumbs texting.
My friends
the
are
wrong
always like,
thing.
you know what? You're going up the hill today instead of like I'm skiing down the mountain. And it just is really funny. So I don't really look them over, but now I'm going to use that's my slang term. Don't you know that? And we'll create our own because I think that's how they started. I mean, either
1000%.
people are lazy talkers or it's just something cool to defy like the English language. And
Yeah, well, or it's like it's to me, it's also like kind of how you nickname people,
Yeah.
right? It's like an endearment. It's like if you know the language, if you know how I'm talking, that means you have like another layer into like who I am.
It could
Yeah.
have been Valley Girl too.
movies,
Like,
well,
totally.
cultures.
Like, oh my God. OMG, and
Totally.
Love you like sister, LYLS or BFF or BFFL, Biffle, best friends for life. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
BFF. Yep. And
So
that's-
definitely hip hop, definitely Valley Girl. I mean,
sports. And I'm telling you, there's the surf
Athletes.
culture. There's the
Surf,
football or not
Stoner.
Right.
Oh,
There's
wait, what was
rock
that
and roll
movie that had
cultures.
everything? Sean,
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Sean Penn is come on, people.
Oh my God. I know. Help us.
It's
This
right
is a
here.
menopause
He's like,
moment right
yo,
here.
dude.
Yeah.
That's
Dude, that's where's my car?
Where's my pizza?
Oh gosh, yeah. So movie.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I win. Yay.
Yay.
Yes.
Oh my God, so great. I
That-
loved his character in
Yeah.
the movie. That's a whole other thing.
But that's how I think they start. It's just all of a sudden you throw it out there, and once again you're bringing out the Shanies and in the 2023.
Ooh, I like this one. I just found this one. Touch grass.
Oh,
What the
nice.
heck does that mean?
Touch grass means get outside and like get off your phone. Go touch grass.
How about salty?
Oh,
I like that.
Salty when you're upset.
Riz is like when you riz a boy or a girl while talking to them. Riz.
So
What does
this
that
is-
mean?
and
Spit on,
PS,
does that
that-
mean spit on them?
No, I'm just getting this live. Gyatt. Gyatt. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Is butt. Big butt.
Guyot is a butt. Giant butt.
Is a butt. Big butt.
But wait, I'm confused on Riz.
Okay, well,
Let me see. How good are you? Says, how good are you at flirting? Spitting game. It's spitting. It's like
Oh.
you spit on them. Riz was derived from
I don't think that
The girls are
charisma
reading. They're researching right
and
now.
describes your ability to pick up a love interest. Oh.
Hmm.
Well,
How good are you at flirting?
You know
That's
what?
what I
That's
mean.
the other thing. Okay.
Interesting.
Also understanding what our kids are doing in the dating realm because like they're talking to somebody. Okay. They're not going out. They're not dating.
That's a
So
whole other episode.
You have to understand this too, because this is slang. This is like secret society stuff.
Mhm.
When you are just like hanging out, is that talking? I'm trying to remember what comes first. Talking is actually when it's actually acknowledged.
Do kids talk these days? I thought they just text.
Well, they snap first.
Oh, they snap.
So if they're snapping, that is a different stage. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go off air right now and I'm going to go find out what that stage is.
Find out the stages
Stages
The
of
stages
dating.
of dating.
Oh my God, that's a whole other
That's a whole
episode.
other topic.
Holy
But
moly.
nicknames. So I had when I was little at Immaculate Conception growing up, I was Oak Tree and I hated it because I was tall and taller than everybody else. Then senior year in high school, I got the nickname Digger.
Mm.
And Digger, I have unfortunately earned that nickname. It's stuck with me for over 65 plus broken bones, taking diggers,
Oh my God, Dave.
going big, sending it. And it's really fun because I had Digger during my ski racing time and living in Aspen and Tahoe. And I walk down the street and I'll hear, "Hey, Digger." And you're like, "Ooh, this is a blast from the past. Who is behind me? This could be anybody in the world." So I love it because nicknames kind of stick with you and you get them from
Totally. They are.
Farley's
they are.
back. Yeah.
They are. Nicknames are so like
If they're
endearing
good.
if they're good, and when they have that stick to itiveness and
Yeah.
they last a lifetime. You're right. They totally can transport you. Like my maiden name is my nickname now, Heaney. And whenever I'm like someplace and somebody's like, "Oh my God, Heaney," I'm like, it's like my ears perk up, my whole body
Right?
perks up. I'm like, oh, and it is my nickname, but it was my maiden name, but it was more of my nickname.
takes you
Long
back
term,
in
it really
time.
does
takes
take
you back in time.
So that's the cool things about language. Okay, so now we're going into a little bit of a different realm because Farley went off for a second. For those of you that are not watching but only hearing,
Poor I Fartley Ho does not bring me back to a really happy place in life. So I'm going to transport to my adult self who just got the 411 from my daughter, who said initially it is like you're snapping somebody, then you are talking to them, then you could become a thing. Then there could be the sneaky link, she just said, which is like where you're hooking up. And then maybe if you get past those phases and stages, you could start dating.
At what time do you start doing it? No, I'm just kidding.
I think the sneaky link.
sneaky
And
link.
maybe a thing.
Oh,
I don't know.
God.
I mean, it's so complicated. Like, what the heck?
What happened to, "Hey, you want to go meet and have lunch?" And
They don't really do that unless they're like dating, right? Like unless you're like boyfriend girlfriend, which is after all of those things, correct?
Yeah.
Then you're official.
I think the most stressful thing I've ever experienced was when Mackenzie, my oldest child, went to a dance her freshman year in high school. And she was getting snapped by strangers at the dance. Now, I don't know how like they figure out what your snap is, but this guy snapped her that he wanted to like hook up. Now, she doesn't even know this person. She's never met him before. And I'm like, ew.
Gross.
I said, you don't even know what this kid is about. Like, you don't even get the shivers or whatever when you touch somebody that you
Chills.
like, and like now you're excited because there's something. I said, what if his breath stinks? Like, this is disgusting. This is a disgusting culture. I don't like it. Where's the work that's involved? Where's the crushing? Where's all of the cute dialogue, the phone call, the note passing? It's all a lost art. It's a secret language that we have to understand. And it's like, you don't even get to know each other. When you're snapping, I guess it's like just pictures at first, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe you can like take it to a conversation, and then you're talking. So great. You go from snapping photos of each other to like actually talking. And then you become a thing if you, I guess, talk and you guys like what you talk about.
You got to look good. You got to sound good. Then maybe I'll engage you. That's what it sounds like to me, which is kind of crazy, but hey,
Ridiculous.
That's a hard dating. I mean, I didn't have an easy time dating because I did have your husband as my older brother. And anytime anyone would call, he'd be like, beat it. Nope, she's not here.
And beat it is still, by the way,
She has
what it means.
The best is someone called from my younger sister, Michaela, and said, hey, is Michaela there? And my brother Bruce goes, she has AIDS or had something like just so horrific that
She has an STD, probably.
I mean, she was like a freshman in high school. The guy ran so far away. My brother Pat, anyone I talked to, hi, always so nice. They would want to like throw him in the gutter. Of course, I thought I'd go to college with all three of my brothers, so I definitely never had a date. The best. No wonder why I got married when I was 45. I was in college. Why I went to the same schools as my brother. Well, they were my best friends, and guys were beat anyhow. They had their whole fraternity party, and he's like, yeah, come on, Darian. Woo. Everyone's raging, brings me up on the pool table. He's like, yeah, everyone, this is my sister, Darian. And I'm like, oh my God, is he really doing like, I'm going to meet so many cute boys. Yeah. Anyone touches her, looks at her, tries to date her, buy her a drink, I will kill you. And you know what? Not just me, but any one of the fraternity brothers, you won't know who they are. And they're going to come out of nowhere. And I was like, like the wind came out of my sail. So snapping and doing this little journey might be a little easier than trying to go against like older brothers.
I love all the slang that just came out of your mouth that we've used our whole life, like beat it, he's beat, raging. See, these are all still like our real language.
The dating game.
I know.
It's
like
so
the language
fun.
all goes into it, and all this crazy fly
Yeah.
language.
well, whatever it was cool, we just probably ruined it for a lot of the kids.
Oh,
so.
definitely. They're all hiding like,
They're all like, oh my God,
Mom, why did you say that?
It's terrible.
Oh my God, it's so, like, you're not supposed to say that. Like, that is underground or whatever it is. We definitely apologize if we misconstrued any words, or we're just looking at definitions and getting the insight.
We feel dope, and not like dope, like cool and hot. Like we feel like dopes, like stupid.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I would think that dope could be drugs, or dope could be like you're dope, but dope is hot and cool
dope
and
is like
trendy, and like
you look dope.
Yeah,
Like, you look dope.
Fresh
What
and
up?
fly, and I mean, so don't think that the words that we once used mean what they once meant, because they don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. And then talk to your friends and make sure you're getting an education, because if you have boys like I do, you might not get anything because they barely talk at all. You have to pull things out of them. So knowing what things mean just makes you a better friend.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to share a little tip. This is like how you kind of get to know the flow. Okay. On Instagram, a lot of times you'll see that maybe one of your kids' friends has like their Visco. and their Visco is another place for you to go see them. You don't even have to follow the person to see their Visco if their Visco is linked on
What's
their
a
Instagram.
Visco?
I'm like, you're talking
What's
in language
Visco?
I don't
Is
even
like,
know.
you know, like once again, if you have a Visco account,
Once again, you have your phone.
yeah, I mean, I know it's terrible, but I do spy on my kids, like especially when they were younger, because I wanted to understand who they were hanging out with, and I wanted to understand their language, and I wanted to see like what they all have Instagrams, and then they have Finstas, which is their fake Insta. And I used to be very concerned because I've got 3 girls that are athletes, and if they post too much, like a red Solo cup or them being like really fun at a party, that can get back to colleges that are interested in them from an athletic standpoint, and that is no bueno. Like they're done. So I've had to micromanage some things and make sure that what the persona, the image that they're putting out there is stellar and not, you know, it's just, you have to really micromanage everything, because thank God the paparazzi of social media wasn't following me around my whole life and capturing every one of my faux pas, because that comes back to haunt your house.
And here we back in the management of technology being the underpinning of all of our lives at this moment when you have children. It really is nuts.
It is.
Or
It
even
all
it's
comes back
so
to that.
nuts.
It was not
really
like
is.
that when we were
No.
growing up.
It wasn't. It
no,
wasn't.
thank God they didn't have cameras and videos. Could you have aired it out as much as we did?
Oh, wait a minute.
Imagine.
I can't even take it. I remember back when we used to write notes and you would write it in code.
Oh, so that
So that when if the note got caught,
they couldn't
read it.
And you had the master
Yeah.
of yes. That was actually brilliant.
I never did
And
that.
it would be like your
my
own
God.
language.
Yeah.
Like you guys created your own alphabet.
You jumbled the alphabet around.
It would be
I would
like
share it with my friends.
Remember, like if you talked around your parents and you did Big Latin?
Yeah, you could do Pig Latin. But we actually created like my friends that I'm still friends with in high school. We created like our own alphabet. We just jumbled the letters.
Yeah.
So that like ST meant this, and we dumbed it down, and we could pass
Maybe
notes.
that's
and
what the kids.
That's what the kids are doing.
1000% they're doing
exactly
that.
it.
Whatever we think we know, they're 10 steps ahead of us.
Totally.
So they're not even giving us the real words. These are the words that they will share.
By the way, grit. I don't know if grit existed back in the day, like when we were growing up. I don't remember like somebody saying like, "Wow, that you are filled with grit," or "That kid's got grit."
Because you know what? Back in the day, the kids actually really had grit.
Right.
Now they have to say, "Do you guys know what grit is?
Well, grits
you
were
got to get your
breakfast.
You got to get
Right.
dirty.
Or gritty on your
Like,
fingers.
Now, you know, some of these new generation's a little soft. I'm just saying.
That's true.
But
Right.
grit was just kind of incorporated, I think, into your everyday world.
I like that word. We
Yeah.
obviously really
obviously
resonates
like that
with
word.
us.
because girls got grit.
But like, I mean, language is also like fashion and music and everything. It like, you know, there's definitely times that things become more popular or somebody popularizes like our word, you know, a word, and it gets legs, right? It gets, somebody just decides that, oh, that sounds great. Somebody famous, or it's an influencer, or like some of these words just end up having like a little bit of like a groundswell, grassroots.
Right.
And all of a sudden just the kids use them, and like some kids use them in, you know, Rumson, Fairhaven, Little Silver. And then they meet some friends that live in another town and community, and they start to use them too. And
They're down at the
just
Parker
evolve.
house.
I actually almost feel like slang words and like this covert language that the kids use has almost replaced swearing more, because I don't feel like this generation is like F-bombing and like using all these crazy words that our generation did. I mean, they still swear. And I definitely know that there's like a culture where you know, the word F-U-C-K has become like its own culture. You know, you can buy necklaces and rings and wear shirts that say, you know, F, and
It's so naughty.
everywhere. Like, you know, and I know it's a bad word, but sometimes it feels really good to say it. And so I don't know that my kids feel like that, but I feel like that.
Yeah,
which is weird.
it's true. I don't hear a lot of them
I don't
throwing
think they
heavy
swear.
F-bombs,
Like,
not
that's-
like us.
That was taboo when I was growing up. Like,
No,
you
but-
did not swear.
No, but you think like the heavy, you hear guys on Wall Street and that are on the street that they're
Swear
F-bombs
like sailors.
every other word. You know, the sailors, yes, swear like sailors. But when I'm around my husband and then his friends, all that have been in the business, the F-bombs are just kind of incorporated into
I
like they're
inherited
every
the
day.
F-bomb from my swearing sailor husband.
Yeah.
I wasn't an F-bomber. If I said anything,
Oh my God.
my parents would kill me. I was an only child. Like I didn't.
You say it and you're like, Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have said that.
It's almost like I've liberated myself. I use like swear language now more than I ever did because I'm allowed and I'm older, and
Well, and it's become more
It's awful.
socially acceptable. You
it
know,
shouldn't be though. 'Cause
Well, it's
ugly.
potty mouth,
But it has.
sounds like you're uneducated.
1000%.
It's
better
an
language.
uneducated.
I
All
agree.
this is like an uneducated way of talking,
Expressing yourself.
speaking.
Yes.
But I love a good old shitballs. That's like one of my favorites.
Shitballs. I know. It just
It
feels
just
good to
comes
say.
out. You're like, oh, shitballs. Ah! I'm like, oh God, sorry. Earmuffs, Dee Dee, earmuffs. Ah. Mom, you owe me $1. Actually, that one, you owe me $10 for today.
I think it's hysterical when like a little person actually suddenly repeats. So it's like
Oof.
now these little people that have older siblings, it would probably be funny to hear them repeat their like little weird slangs and like use the lit and slay. And I mean, it's not Santa's sleigh anymore. It's sleigh.
Yeah.
Like it would be confusing for a little person.
Oh God, I hope my little person doesn't learn that because she's still trying to learn proper grammar.
Yeah, but I think back to your reference point of SpongeBob, and actually Bugs Bunny did it back in our day. There are so many things and layers of conversation that can come off as like one level to like a young person.
Right.
And then there's so many like double entendres, so many like other meanings that if you're on a different wavelength that you get. And I think that's the interesting thing. Like that's what I do love about not using just a bad word, just to use a bad word. There's such a better way to say something
Mhm.
that's smarter and wittier and more poignant than
Sure.
just dropping an F-bomb.
Totally. F-bomb feels good when it's needed, but
Correct. When it's visceral.
TV right now, because of the censorship, they didn't have those words. You
Right.
couldn't say the S word. You couldn't
Now
say
you have
crap.
LFG.
Now
What
it's
do you have? Wait, what?
LFG.
Yeah.
Once again, it's like, it's let's F and go. I mean,
okay.
Tom Brady, coined
Yeah.
that, and
But
I
that-
love it.
but
And I say LFG now or hashtag
Yeah.
LFG in a lot of things because I like it. It's like fire and let's freaking go.
Yeah. But when you have an 8-year-old that's watching like one of these weird Disney shows, there's no censorship. They say everything and they're doing things. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we didn't have that back in the day. It was very pure, Tom and Jerry cartoons. It wasn't SpongeBob. It was totally different. So it's more acceptable to throw out this lingo, and its kids are almost ahead of themselves with their vocabulary. Dee Dee says things. I'm like, how'd you even know that? Oh, geez. But
Well, and to your point, couldn't agree more. It's not just the language; it's also the visual. I mean, all the visuals. I mean, and again, I got no problem with midriffs and cute booty shorts and stuff like that. But I look back on pictures and people were wearing skirts to their knees. I mean, just the way that people dress and speak has gone from and again, the human body is a beautiful body, and I'm not trying to be a prude about it at all, but there is a certain respect about the manner in which we speak, we look, we act, that I think some of this is kind of diluting.
yeah, well,
in
it's
my opinion.
different classes. People used to be very sophisticated. They used to have
You weren't even allowed to
a
chew
higher-
gum in public. Like my
Right.
grandmother would not allow me out of the house if I was chewing gum.
No.
That was absolutely taboo.
people are snapping, walking down the street, spitting. You're like, ew. It's just people have
Now, do
kind
you-
of let themselves go. You go to pick up in school, all the moms are in sweatpants and
Ugh.
super casual, which is fine if they're actually coming from a workout or if they're coming from exercising. But I think we've all become lazy in that sense. Lazy from the way we speak, lazy from the way we dress. And
So are you saying that you think slang is lazy or
I think some of slang, some of the words and some of the connotations are it's a lazy way of speaking.
Oh,
I
for
agree with
sure.
that.
And
I agree with
other
that.
times it's you're throwing your own personality, or it's like your surroundings, how you grow up and where you grow up. It's just part of that culture. But for me, I know I'd say whereas I'm like, God, I could come up with a way more, like a much more educated word but it's a lazy word that I brought up.
Well-
and now we have these words. I'm going to throw them out to all my nieces and nephews, and they're going to be like, "Oh my God, Aunt Darian."
As I'm in my one-piece zippy like jumpsuit.
Oh, are you kidding? I live in leggings and
It's all
ponytails.
good. It's all about how you put yourself together, not about what you wear.
Say, do as I,
Do as I say, not as I do.
exactly. Do as I say, not as I do.
We completely contradict ourselves all the time if
All
you
the
haven't
time.
noticed.
Yeah,
But that's life.
Yeah,
That's really
totally.
life.
but it's
So-
the best. We're all on our phones, sending, getting information in our sweatpants, in a pony,
It's all
throwing F-bombs and gonna go get lit. What?
Yeah. And I'm going to bring some serious fuego to Vegas. So there we go. How's
Well,
that?
I think
And now I have FOMO, even more. Oh, well, I love it.
Well, I
Ladies,
think
super
what we're
fun
saying,
topic.
I think what we're saying too is just be deliberate and intentional with like your words and your language and get yourself educated, right? So
Have a conversation with your kids. Ask them the word that you didn't understand. Say, hey, like, I want to understand your language, not because I want to try to walk in your shoes and say it. I just want to understand what this means. Because, like, when I was growing up, this is what raunchy meant. It meant gross and smelly. And, I want to understand how, like, these words now have taken on, like, a new meaning.
Which is
And-
fun. And
which is-
I mean, it's you embrace it. It's great.
It's perfect. It's like our kids going back and, like, coming up with the idea that now they like some of our music.
Yeah.
And I'm like, awesome. I love when they find, like, old music, but, like, they tried to introduce me to a song,
Mhm.
and I'm like, save it. That was my song. Like, long time before you.
Remake.
they're all remakes. It's all
Exactly.
remakes.
All right.
Well, thanks
well-
for tuning in to Girls Gone Gritty.
Yeah, and you know what? If you want to maybe look at our Grit Maker of the Week, if you aren't involved in a word of the day, it's a great website. They actually will send you in your email box a new word every day that will expand your English language. I've seen they have done some trendy words, but some of the words are words that you've never even seen before or heard before. So check them out if you'd like to increase your vocabulary and just resonate in a different way to the people that you love and the people you converse with.
And
So
what website was that?
it's word of the day. Word of the day.
I like it. Word of the day.
Yep. Word of the
Word.
day. So it's a really
Word.
fun and
That's
the
another
great cheer with
word.
word. Work
right.
it, girl.
All right.
So
Girls Gone
Girls
Gritty.
Gone Gritty.
Putting a positive spin on all things.
Peace out. Look forward to speaking with you next week.
Late.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Girls Gone Gritty.
You can check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
If this episode hits home, share it with someone who needs to get gritty.
The 3 Gs. We'll see you next week.
Peace out.